Hello friends, welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey. We're going to break down today some of the problems with the Cowboys offense, especially in that red zone look late in the game against Minnesota. But who do you blame for the Cowboys offensive issues? Let me know in the comments section. I'll break down who I put the blame on coming up right now. We're diving right in here. First play of this penultimate drive. It's 1st and 10. Cooper comes in motion. Dak hits him on the slant. Easy 8 yards. This is what the Cowboys needed, but then they kind of got away from it. So we'll break it down here. Cooper lined up in the slot. He's got Mike Hughes on him. He roasted Mike Hughes in this one. Cooper comes in motion. You've got a single high look. With the motion coming, it says man-to-man. I'm going to go to Amari Cooper. That's what Dak Prescott does. He is Cooper. Nice, low, safe, 8-yard gain. That's exactly what you are looking for here. One more time from that aerial view. You've got double slants really with Witten and Cooper trailing. Remember that play design, by the way. That's making life simple on your quarterback. And Amari Cooper, by the way, was incredible in that game. 11 catches, 147 yards, 1 touchdown. Geez, it's almost like the Cowboys should have featured him a ton, except they actually very much got away from it. And it's a fundamental process or a fundamental goal of this team. So here's a question for you. You are presented with this offensive setup and defensive setup. There are 6 men in the box. You've got 5 offensive linemen. Your tight ends flexed out wide. It is 6, let's just say 4 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers. Do you run the football in this scenario, or do you audible out into a pass play? You're a man behind. Is that a favorable box? Here's the fundamental problem with the Cowboys as far as I'm concerned. The Cowboys to this question think it is always yes. Now, there are some games where you probably should. If you're just beating them down, your offensive line's playing great, sure, go for it. It's fine. It is not an always yes. And the Cowboys, as long as Garrett's been in charge, the answer to this question, it's been yes. I don't think that's the route to go. Maybe it should be a situational yes. But as we saw against Minnesota, as you'll see in a second, that wasn't the case for the Cowboys. It should have been no, but they're too stubborn to adjust when it matters in the clutch and down stretch. Now, today's show is brought to you by Kasham. A reminder for everybody coming up at the end of this week, we're giving away a custom-fitted sports jacket. All you got to do to be eligible to enter is follow Kashiyama Tailors on Instagram. That is it. Go follow them at Kashiyama Tailors. Pick one lucky winner later this week to give it away. It's a fantastic offer. And all you got to do to be eligible to enter is just follow them on Instagram at Kashiyama Tailors. All right, play number 2, 2nd and 2. The Cowboys told you this was an RPO. This is not an RPO. This is a read option. For it to be an RPO, there must be a pass option. Gallup, well, he doesn't run any route. He just runs straight and is basically blocking. Okay, how about Amari Cooper? Now, remember, RPOs mostly outside guys aren't the targets there. Cooper, what does he do? He's very clearly not running any type of route. Okay, well, let's look on the inside guys. What are they doing on this play? Let's check in on Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb lined up there in the slot, and Cobb does nothing. He just kind of dances around, goes to block. Okay, how about Jason Witten then? He's closer. He's on the other side. That's RPOs tend to go to the right there. Witten, meanwhile, well, he doesn't do anything. He just kind of blocks in the end. So this is a read option through and through, and Dak made the right read. On this play, he's reading the number 99, Danielle Hunter there, one of the best DEs in the NFL. If he stays home, the ball goes to Elliott. If he crashes, Dak Prescott is taught to keep. So let's see what happens on this play, because guess what? Dak makes the right read. Decision time right there. Danielle hasn't committed one way or the other. Hunter has not made his decision. So Dak makes the right move to give the ball to Elliott. Now, maybe you want Zeke on this play to bounce it out wide. That's kind of risky. Williams doesn't have the best leverage there. In the end, I think Zeke made the right decision. But my problem here, beyond just calling a read option, is the design. Why are you running a tight read option? You got Zach Martin crashing down, so your space is there, the B gap / the 4 hole. Hunter is unblocked. You've set yourself up in a position where Hunter is able by himself to take out Dak Prescott if he keeps and crash down on Zeke Elliott. That's bad. That's not a good play design. By the way, Frederick on this play, he gets beat pretty bad. I don't know why he would collapse down the left side to run right. I don't get that. I like the idea of trying to use Dak Prescott's legs in the end zone. That kind of has suddenly been phased out of the offense once again because all of a sudden we're back to Dak-friendly offense, not really being a Dak-friendly offense. We saw a lot of those earlier this year. We didn't see any crossing routes here. They spread the defense, yes. They saw there was some pre-snap motion, but the play calling down the stretch, I was not a fan of it whatsoever, and we're only 2 plays in here. First down play was great. Second down play, I can live with running it there. That third down play, we'll get to it here. Not good. Now, if you guys like highlights and grades, film studies, news, mailbags, rumors, all of those, go subscribe. Got the link there for you. We will keep you updated on all things Cowboys, not just, by the way, once the season ends. We keep you covered all season long and off season as well. Go subscribe, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Play 3 now. This one, I believe, was in RPO. Cowboys said it. I tend to agree here. The problem is it's not a good RPO. So let's look at Cooper here. Now, Cooper does run a backside slant. He's not the main read. He doesn't uncover late. He's not the target. The guys on the left, they're blocking. It doesn't really matter there at all. I think the RPO was designed here for Jason Witten. The problem is for Witten and the Cowboys, Jason Witten very clearly is not open. There's nothing there at all. On this particular play, Dak Prescott, he's reading Anthony Barr, the linebacker right there. Anthony Barr doesn't bite at all on this run look. He may be a half step, but he's back there covering Jason Witten. So again, Dak Prescott makes the correct read. My problem is, why is Witten your read? Witten slow as shit on this play. He's barely getting off the line. Look at where Witten is when he makes his break inside. Zeke's already got the ball, about to get hit in the backfield for a loss. This is bad use of personnel and bad fundamental processing here from Kellen Moore, and as a result, I think Jason Garrett. Now, on the run side, disaster. By the way, good angle of Dak watching Anthony Barr here. Your problem on this play is with both Travis Frederick and Connor Williams. Williams, as he does a ton, is supposed to chip and get to the second level, with Frederick taking that DT right there. But Williams barely chips Jaleel Johnson, offers very little help. Frederick takes a weird outside and then misses on the inside angle. He gets beat badly. Both in the end failed this play. The Cowboys forgot to block the most important player. That's why Frederick was so mad, yelling back at the coaching staff. The end result here is a disaster. You have a failure to execute and a failure in play calling and decision making from Kellen Moore. Why is Jason Witten on 3rd and 2 the main read? We watched the game, right? Amari Cooper could not be covered by the Vikings. He was torching them. You're running a quick pass route to Witten. You saw the play, guys. He was slow. That ball fundamentally has to be designed for Amari Cooper. The final 3 plays for the Cowboys on this particular drive, A, you took the decision out of Dak Prescott's hands in reality. And B, you didn't even feature Amari Cooper. What are you doing? That doesn't make any sense to me. Now, today's show is brought to you by BetDSI. They're the internet's #1 sportsbook. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120 for a 120% deposit bonus. You put down $50, they're going to give you $60 for free. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120. You should be able to make money this week betting on the Cowboys against the Lions because, well, the Cowboys should be able to run the football. And if there's one thing I've learned about Dallas is they'll make adjustments one week and then regress, and this week they'll be like, we ran the football. Why change? Elliott, though, didn't run the football very well. Now, it's not all his fault. Make no mistake, I don't think the offensive line played very well. But stubbornness is a problem here, folks. If you're the Cowboys, you saw that Zeke Elliott, it wasn't working. And you chose to give the option to run the ball with Elliott down the stretch. Yes, there were options there, but it's kind of like, you know, when my wife says, hey, how much longer are you going to be playing video games? And I say, oh, not that much longer. And then as she kind of says, fine. It's not really fine, guys. There wasn't really any option there for Dak Prescott. But on the 4th play, the final play, there were some options for Dak Prescott. Here's the play itself. Now, it's fairly straightforward. We'll get the breakdown here. It goes to Zeke. It is not completed. That's unfortunate. Here's your route combination. You've pretty much got Michael Gallup there going on a deep ball. He's not a read. Cooper, not a read either. It's a deep ball. The ball's not going there. Jason Witten, a shallow cross/in. Randall Cobb, slant following him. And Ezekiel Elliott, is also running an out. Do you guys play Madden? This is basically Cowboys slot slant. That's pretty much what this is. Normally called F or 525 F post. Normally goes to Randall Cobb. Not here. And I wonder if it's almost by design that Zeke actually might be your first and ideal target, especially lined up against a linebacker. I get it. It's a great pre-snap matchup versus running back, linebacker in general, but Kendricks is great in coverage, and Zeke, this isn't his game. He's not a great route runner. He doesn't do a great job there. And Randall Cobb, watch him, guys. He's open. I don't think he scores, but that's a first down. But Zeke, he was the first target there. And the way that Dak Prescott briefly checks out Witten and goes, or / Cobb goes to Zeke, I wonder if he was the actually preordained read on this one. Either way, probably not the best move there for Dak Prescott to go to Zeke Elliott. He gets some blame. But not the most blame. Do you know why? It is 4th down, game on the line. You better call your best play. How on earth is your best play not Amari Cooper? It could have been triple coverage, throw it to him. Do you guys realize how good Amari Cooper has been this year? These are the 5 best players, pass rating when targeted. Amari Cooper, better than Eckler, better than Thielen, better than Lockett, Hill. Everybody out there, Amari Cooper has been better than. Why? If you're going to go to Zeke, why not a rub route? Why not a crossing pattern? I get that short post play, the 1990s play from Ernie Zampese is what it is. It works, but Cobb or Cooper, like, why are you going to Zeke? You've got to go to your best player when the game's on the line. That cannot be your best play. Now, yeah, I think I'll give Dak some of the blame there at the end for not going to, or for going to Zeke on that last play. But the Cowboys coaching staff failed him. You got 3 plays, and 2 of them, you are taking the ball out of his hands in reality. There are some fundamental philosophical problems right now with this Cowboys coaching staff. Let's break them down. Number 1, 6 versus 5 in the box, or even just a man down. Is that really a favorable box? The Cowboys believe that it is. I don't think that it is. Maybe in certain situations, but the Cowboys always say yes, it is. But you're banking then on one of the linebackers getting, washed out, or someone someone not getting blocked so you can get past him, or making Zeke miss a guy, which he hasn't done all that much of because you're too stubborn to not rely on Zeke. My darkest fears have come true with this Kellen Moore offense. That early 3-game offense, especially that Giants game where there was all kinds of early down play action and they didn't use Zeke as much as they needed to, they limited his workload, it's gone because Zeke is the Cowboys' safety blanket. They just think, we'll just give it to Zeke. It'll be fine, when they're actually making things tougher on themselves. Those 2 of those last plays, the read option and the RPO, which, by the way, the RPO, Dak is not supposed to run. He made the right call on all of them. The problem is, Dak Prescott was slicing and dicing everywhere against Minnesota. And instead of just letting Dak sling the football, you get down in the clutch and you retract into your shell and you regress to your stubborn, maybe ineffective play calling of, you know what? Let's let the defense tell us what to do. The problem is, when you have a blocking issue, you're screwed on that 3rd down play. On 2nd down, you make the right read, but why not let Dak sling it? You were limiting Dak Prescott down the stretch there when, frankly, it's 2019. Yes, you want to be able to run the football. The run game wasn't working. It's time to throw that football. There's a top-down issue here, and it stems from Jason Garrett. This has been a staple of his for years. It is conservative play calling down the stretch in close games, running way too much on 1st down, relying on what they know, even if it's actually not working. It is a top-down coaching issue, and after Dak Prescott tried to bail them out repeatedly, he ran out of tricks in his bag on that 4th down play. Maybe didn't make the right read. Shouldn't have mattered. You should have called better plays on the previous 2 plays. Let Dak throw it 3 times instead of 1 time, and you probably end up being okay there. It is a top-down coaching issue that was revealed in those last 3 plays, and it's not going to change unless the Cowboys get some new blood at the very top, and that begins with Jason Garrett.